By day, they were a loving couple, but at night, the wife was beaten by her husband. Amy reached out to her best friend for help, but no one believed her husband would be abusive. Out of fear, she locked her husband outside and finally called the police. Her husband, however, showed the officers a photo of the two of them together, explaining that it was just a marital dispute. That was enough to send the police away. In despair, Amy asked for a divorce, but the next day, she died by her husband's knife. Tom was arrested immediately. At the police station, Tom wept bitterly. He told the officers that on the day of the incident, after a fight, he bought a bouquet of flowers on his way home from work to apologize. But his wife was extremely emotional and even put a knife to her own neck. Afraid she would hurt herself, he tried to take the knife away, but got cut in the process. He claimed his wife tried to kill him. He told her to calm down, and as they struggled over the knife, they accidentally fell. When he got up, he realized she had been stabbed in the waist. He pressed on her wound, crying as he called the police. By the time emergency services arrived, his wife had already lost her vital signs. Upon learning of his wife's death, Tom broke down. Ultimately, Tom was deemed to have acted in self-defense and was about to be released without charge. But is that really the truth? Amy's best friend, however, told a completely different story. It turned out that when the estate cleaner came to sort through Amy's belongings, they handed Tina a gift Amy had meant to give her. Remembering how kind Amy had always been to her, Tina tearfully said that she was the one who caused Amy's death. Amy and Tom had met at Tina's wedding. Tom fell in love with Amy at first sight and pursued her passionately, but after they got married, Amy became withdrawn. Later, Tina found out that Amy was frequently abused by her husband. Amy wanted to quit her job and leave, but her husband found out, and then Amy died. Tina told the police that kind-hearted Amy would rather die herself than point a knife at anyone. James couldn't sleep. Suddenly, something occurred to him. Earlier that day, he had found an instruction manual for a camera among the belongings, but he had searched the entire house and found no camera. So he got up and woke his uncle George. They went back to Amy's house and discovered something unusual in a hidden air conditioning vent. George fetched a ladder and looked inside. His face immediately changed, and he told James to contact the police. Back at the interrogation room, the officer handed Tom the paperwork. All he had to do was sign, and he would be released without charge. Just as Tom was about to sign, the officer suddenly pulled the papers back. She said she needed to double-check that the sequence of events Tom had described was true. Tom immediately burst into tears, saying he truly loved his wife deeply, but the female officer called him trash. Confused, Tom watched as she pulled out a laptop and played a video James had just sent her. The video showed what really happened. Amy was standing in front of the door, and Tom appeared outside, begging Amy to let him in, saying otherwise the neighbors would call the police again. Reluctantly, Amy opened the door. The moment the door opened, Tom's expression changed. Without a word, he walked straight to the kitchen, grabbed a kitchen knife, walked expressionlessly back to Amy, and stabbed her. Amy collapsed to the ground. Tom then took out his phone, pretending to be panicked. After calling emergency services, he sat in a chair and watched coldly as his wife slowly lost her life. Only when help arrived did he put on an act of heartbreak and despair. Tom looked surprised, then suddenly laughed. The female officer stared at him coldly and announced that he was being charged with intentional homicide.